Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Logan Prentice. You know me as my RP character, Krypt. Welcome to the first episode of Ask Me Anything. This is a new thing I want to work on. And you guys might be wondering, why am I wearing two belts? Well, that's because this one right here is the MWA Global Deathmatch title. And this beauty right here is one that I recently won in EWO, the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I posted on MWA. Some of you guys are in the same federations. Some of you aren't. Some of you guys are in the same federations as me. Some of you guys are both in MWA, EWO. Some of you aren't. But I posted you guys to ask me any question, whether it was RP related or not. And the post just blew up. You guys asked me a lot of questions. So without further ado, I'm going to answer every single question. Promised, guaranteed, I will answer it. So, here we go, folks. First question is sent to us by the hardcore icon, Will Wagner. And he says, why the fuck did you like your own post? You ain't Sid Simpson and Mitchell added or Jeffrey Romans. Well, Will, the reason why the fuck I liked my own post is because I'm Batman, bitch. No. I don't know, for some reason, the app on my phone for Facebook, whenever I post an MWA, for some reason, it automatically likes the post. I don't know why it does it, but it does. And I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to have myself a beer here, because it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Cheers to you. Alrighty. But yeah, for some reason, my phone, when I post an MWA, it automatically likes the post. I've tried to turn it off. I have contacted Facebook. It will not go off. So that is why I like my own post, because sometimes it happens. And that's why. Now, Justine, she asked a couple questions in the same post, so I'm going to read them off one at a time. She asked, who's been your favorite rival? There's two. EWO, hands down, Trey the Rocker Camp. Me and him, we went damn near a year having a feud with him, Lopez, and the men in his stable known as Best for Business. It was Timmy Enderlin, Big T, Alex Strong III, Trey the Rocker Camp, Michael Forte, the dude that played Calc here. And before Trey got involved, it was the Motorboat Machine Guns, Tyler Creed, Ben Anderson, a shitload of guys. But it's probably, Trey is definitely my favorite rival out of EWO, because he brought out more for my not only for my promos, not only for my character, but he brought out more so I could win this. Trey pushed me to my limit and more, because if it wasn't for Trey, I would still, my promos would be shitty as hell. I'd probably still be stuck in mid-card. I'd probably be opening every night. Trey raised the bar for me, and every time I promoed, I'd jump above that bar. He'd set it even higher, jumped it even higher. And Trey really, he helped me to become who I am today. As a promoter, as a wrestler in E-Feds. Hell, I even had a backyard match in March, I believe. A couple of my buddies from O-Line, we have a federation called IOWA, which is Independent Organized Wrestling Association. I actually competed in that match. I did a self promo in the ring against Blue Jay, which is my friend Adam, and what's Bradley's name? I can't think of his character's name right now, but his brother Bradley. I did a promo against them because they're known as the Brotherhood. And my promo after the show, Jay and Bradley came in and they're like, dude, that is the best promo I've ever seen. And I'm like, it's all thanks to one person. That's my good friend, Trey Camp. He goes, I said, I'm the one. who went out there and did that because of one person. And there's my friend Trey, because he raised the bar for me. That is an EWO, that is my favorite rival. My other favorite rival would definitely have to be the Best for Business group. More specific, EWO's former general manager, Jay Lopez, because he tried his hardest. I mean, he did everything to me to keep me from winning the title, to keep me from being in the main event. Best for Business whooped my ass on a daily basis to keep me from winning this, to keep me away from Trey. Those are probably my two favorite rivals. Is probably Jay and Trey, my two favorite rivals. Okay, the next question. My favorite ally, Trey. Definitely Trey, because, you know, we're Lithium. You know, we're both big name, our peers. I'm not as big as him yet, but, you know, someday I will be down the road. So, definitely Trey. Definitely Trey. Okay, what about my favorite faction? Best for Business is one. And the second one is actually a stable I was in my first ever federation, which was EFED, which was... Actually, no, this was before EHW. No, this is when it started, because a couple of my friends who were in backyard wrestling like I was, we started a stable. It was me, Suicidal Tendencies, which was my friend Jed Parks. He did it. He's not into EFEDs anymore. He gave it up because he has a job. He has a wife now. And, you know, he's taking life one day at a time, and I can't really blame him. But, and we also had another friend of ours, and we were the Degenerate World Order. It was basically, imagine DX meets NWO. That was the Degenerate World Order. And we just raised hell. We had fun, just, you know, cracking jokes at people, making fun of superstars, management even. And that is, if I could ever find two people in MWA or EWO to start a stable, I would definitely, hands down, revive the Degenerate World Order, because that was probably the most fun I have ever had in a stable. Because I've been in stables before, like Jeffrey Romans' group LZW. You know, yeah, I'm not gonna say it's bad. Okay, it is pretty good. It helped me get along in my start, but it's not as good as it could be. But I was in, by the time I was in there, I was in 3 stables. Hold on a second, guys. I'm gonna drink my beer quick. I got beer in my title. God damn it. But you know, I was in 3 stables in a year. I was with the Black Rose Brotherhood Mafia. I was in HBX. Excuse me. And I was also in the Worldwide Phenoms. And I hated it. I absolutely hated it. Because whenever I got into a match, something went down, I would be attacked by somebody, benches would be cleared, and hell would break loose. And I hated it. Okay, next one. What inspired you to play the role of Krypt? Actually, 3 people did. 4 people did, actually. Because my adopted father, who recently died on the 15th of lung cancer, he really liked wrestling a lot. I mean, me and him, we watched wrestling a lot. We would talk about it. And he really liked fighting, too. MMA, UFC, boxing. And, you know, and also my Aunt Angie, she was a huge-ass wrestling freak. I mean, she's the one that got me into wrestling. And this is back in the days of the American Badass Biker, the American Badass Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, NWO, D-Generation X, Blue World Order, Sting, the WCW, and just like all of that. Ric Flair, Macho Man Randy Savage, Diamond Dallas Page, the ECW, WCW, the invasion of WWE, all that. And, you know, she's the one that got me into wrestling in the first place. And my top 3 favorite wrestlers was The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Sting. Those were my 3 favorite wrestlers. And I've always wanted to become a professional wrestler. I still do to this day. Because in Algona, Iowa, which is about 90 miles from here, they have a wrestling school. And, I mean, I've always wanted to do it. So, but I based Derek Krypt off of the attitude of Stone Cold Steve Austin, the mysterious paranormal factor of The Undertaker, and just the straight up badassery of Sting. And I basically molded it into Derek Krypt, which is, I consider my alter ego. Because as you guys know, I am a good guy. I'm friends with pretty much everybody here. I'm an awesome guy. A lot of you guys call me on Skype. But when I step in that ring, I'm a whole different person. So that's basically who inspired me. Okay, Mike Moonsey, Mr. Vile Maniac. Who is your Dream Mania opponent in RP? There's 3 people, actually 4 people, who I would love to face who I've never had a match with. Either one-on-one. Chris Fury, number 1. Ralph Swagger, number 2. Will Wagner, number 3. And the 4th one, Hell's Angel. Those are the 4 people I would love. Oh, actually 5. Jay Blaze. Jay Blaze. I've faced Jay before in the past, but Jay I respect 100%. He's the one who gave me my debut match in MWA and gave me a shot for this title, which formerly is known as the Extreme Championship. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have this title. So Jay, I would love to have a match with Jay. Ralph Swagger, he is MWA. He is the man of MWA. Love to face him. Hell's Angel, Justine is a really good friend of mine. I love her character, Hell's Angel. She does a fantastic job with that. I've never had a match against her. I've always wanted to for as long as I can remember. Chris Fury, definitely would have a match with him because he has created a legacy here in MWA. I'm just beginning my legacy here. And it'd be the clash. Basically, my idea is a clash of the generations. Chris Fury, first generation of MWA, and me, the next generation. So I hate saying this because of everything Chris has done over the years. It'd be like Chris Fury in his time and Derek Krypt as a Chris Fury of his time. Is basically what I'm saying. And I hate saying it because everybody does a fantastic job. But that's basically what, you know, that's who I would love to have a Mania moment with. And a Vile Maniac, Mike, I would love to have a match with you. You and me go way back. We have a lot of history together. I would love to have a match with you and Mania also. Fuck, just make it a battle royal, man. I don't care. Okay. Trey asks, why do you suck? To make you look good. That's the only reason I do, because if I tried to not suck, I would make you look bad. Guess what I'm saying, Trey? Huh? Yeah. That's why I suck. Is so you can have, you know, your 15 seconds of fame. I love you, bro. Alright, Jay. Would you ever work a storyline with Jay Blaze versus Derek Krypt? Fuck yes. Any day I would. Jay, I respect you. I love you, brother. And when you gave me my debut match here in MWA, when I first faced you for this title, we blew the house down. We created a rivalry because some of you may not know, for some of you newcomers, me and Jay, we had a rivalry over, Jay was big on anonymous masks. I think he still is to this day. But I took one of his masks, and I was in a graveyard, in Derek Krypt's family graveyard. I took a mask, I threw it in a grave, and I set the grave ablaze, burned his mask, and he super kicked my wife. That was before Annabelle even was thinking about joining wrestling. But it just created the atmosphere of a rookie wanting to become a legend in this business. And I do. I want to have the name Derek Krypt immortalized in NWA. Even when I've been a mid-card champion for a long time, I'm working my way up the ladder. EWO, I'm the current world heavyweight champion after going through hell. But I love it. That's the way the game is. You got to make an impact. And but Jay, as far as the storyline would go, I would love to, because you are one of my favorite competitors. I'm a huge fan of yours, and I know you're a huge fan of me too. But you know what? Actually, we're gonna do a storyline soon. Tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. But we will do it. We will do one soon. I promise you that. I guarantee it. We will have a rivalry, a storyline soon. Whether we're working together, whether we're against each other, does not matter. I will do a storyline with you. Okay, Ben Anderson, good old filthy lunatic, asked, do you plead the fifth to Trey's question? Absolutely not. Because if I didn't screw up a couple things in a match, I would have more highlights than Trey, Ben. You know this. I know this. Trey sure as hell knows it. So, yeah. But, I'll plead the fifth. Okay, Chris also asked a lot of questions, too. I'll read them off one at a time. The first one he said is, what's Krypt's favorite tag partner? Now, as you guys know, I don't have a lot of tag belts to my name. I think my total is maybe 3 or 4 that I've ever held. I'm not a big tag team guy. I've been in a lot of tag teams, but when it comes to title belts, I will say this now, I'm a better singles competitor than I am a tag team competitor. Just because, there's a lot of people I haven't worked well with in my RP career. There's a lot of people that, I really didn't get along with, and the thing fell apart. Trey, me and him were on the same page. We worked together. We had a lot of same ideas. That's why we're a successful tag team, even though we haven't had a lot of matches. But Trey, by far, is one of the greatest tag team partners I think I've ever had. So I'm most likely going to go with Trey, but my buddy Jed, who is Suicidal Tendencies, me and him, we had a very good tag team also, so that's another favorite of mine. Who would Krypt like to do a huge feud with? Name only 3. Jay Blaze, Chris Fury, Ralph Swagger. Or possibly Rudra. That's 4, but you know what. Okay. What's Krypt's favorite match so far? Whoo, doggy, that's a tough one. I've been in a lot of matches, but I don't know whether, Chris, I don't know whether you mean MWA or EWO, so I'm going to do both. EWO, Blaze's Funhouse, was my favorite match because it added that concept of more violence and more danger and more beer for me. But Blaze's Funhouse, to me, was just a concept of having a Hell in a Cell, which is, one of WWE's top matches, and making it even better. Excuse me. But yeah, Blazes Funhouse to me, it was just so much fun to promo for, and you know, Jay with the spectacular commentary he does on the matches. Every time I read it, I just smile because it's the coolest match ever. And I honestly think that if I ever could, I would make that a specialty match of Derek Krypt and EWO because I love that match. You know, me and Trey are the only people to step in it twice, so. But MWA probably have to be Mayhem Rules because anything can happen. So, what's the match Krypt wants to see the most? Match, meaning match you're not in but want to see. There is 2 matches I've been wanting to see in MWA that have most likely not happened. That probably has happened, but I have never seen. And I would love to be ringside at the commentary table. Hell, I'd even fucking love to buy a ticket and be in the front row. And that is Chris Fury versus Trey the Rocker Camp. That is one match I've been wanting to see. Another one is Rudra Strife versus the hardcore icon Will Wagner. Those are the 2 matches I've been wanting to see the most. Okay. Jay Lopez asks, why are you so gay? Because you're a faggot? Okay. Jay again asks, would you want to fuck Trey like Rudy did? I already did, bitch. See this? Okay, and Jay again asks, on a scale of 1 to 10, how cash money are you? So cash money, Iris wants to D. Oh! Okay, Justine asks, where did you come up with the hand gesture for Krypt? I actually, it's a really interesting question and a really interesting answer because when I was 12, I fell off a 2nd-story balcony and I broke my arm and my wrist in 3 places. And I remember I was doing exercises for my hand and my arm to strengthen it back up after I broke it. And one of the exercises I had to do was I had to go like this, go like this, go like this, go like that, come up 4, come up 1, 3, 5. I had to do evens and odds. And I remember coming up for the 5 because my hand was still healing from breaking my arm and my wrist, that I went 1, 3, 5 like that because this finger was still hurting because I actually connected with a tendon and it was severely sprained, so I couldn't lift my finger up that much, which is why most people, when they do my hand gesture, it kind of comes out like that. The reason why I can do this so well is because that tendon, after being sprained, was injured a little bit. And I can still do this very well. So the hand gesture actually came out of a negative. A negative was actually turned into a positive. Because when I started backyard wrestling, I was like, I think I was 8, living in Nebraska. You know, I was wrestling with a couple friends on a trampoline, and this was after I got my hand broke. I was supposed to come up with my own character gimmick. I was supposed to come up with my own taunts, my own gestures, my own lines, my own catchphrases, and I based myself off of Stone Cold Steve Austin, and my name was Austin Gage. That was my character's name back then. And the hand gesture just came about, like, because I was stretching my hand. And I was screwing around. And this is actually the first time I ever did a Krypt cutter, because I had him up over my shoulders and I was going for kind of like a Death Valley driver. And my buddy Jake, he moved at the last second, and as I was going for it, he turned this way, and I hit him with a cutter, And I just looked at him and he goes, "What the hell was that move?" Death Valley Driver. He goes, "Oh, I wasn't no Death Valley Driver." So that's the first time I ever did a Krypt cutter. Yeah, if I had that video, I would definitely show it. But that's how I came up with the hand gesture. I had a arm injury and a wrist injury. I broke it both in 3 places. And I sprained my tendon. This finger I couldn't lift up. And that's where the hand gesture of Derek Krypt comes from. Trey said some shit. More shit by Justin. Or Trey. Justin. Okay. Will asks 3 different things. What was the first thing you did when you found out you were facing me for the world heavyweight title? I actually was shocked. Because, you know, after losing the 40-man Extreme Battle Royal, I thought I would never get a shot for the title. And I was just like, you know, alright, it's back to the drawing board. I got to get back up. I got to get my mind straight. I got to, you know, move on with this, get back in line, and hopefully later on down the road I'll get another shot. And at the time, you know, I was just doing some stuff for school. And I got home, got on Facebook, got on MWA because I saw Chris commented me in a post. And I read up top, sacrifice match for the World Heavyweight Championship, the hardcore icon Will Wagner versus the Nightmare Derek Krypt. I was like, the fuck? I was severely shocked. So that's, yeah, I was really shocked. Why have you wanted to face me so bad? Well, the reason for that, Will, is because I've always wanted to face you because you are a great character. You are the hardcore icon. I'm a hardcore superstar. I'm a global deathmatch champion. And your promos are just awesome. They make me laugh. They make me smile. And I've always wanted to face you because you're one of those guys that I respect a lot. And, you know, you're a great friend. You're a great person. And I've always wanted to have a match. I've always, you know, I wanted to face somebody new. No offense to any of you guys, I faced a million times over, but I was just sick of facing the same guys. I wanted to do something fresh. I wanted to do something new. And Will, when I saw your promos, I was just like, that's the guy who I want to face. And it hasn't happened. It didn't happen, but this Saturday it will. And I will be so excited to face you, Will. And who contributed the most to your success in RP? There's 5 people I can name off. One is my aunt for getting me interested into wrestling. My adopted dad, who was a huge MMA, UFC, boxing fan who also liked wrestling. He was a huge fan too. Chris and Trey is 3 and 4 because before I came to MWA, I started in XOW for about 2 months. I didn't like it because I thought that I could not be or have as much success as they did at the time. When I left XOW, Chris and Trey messaged me saying, hey, we have our own federation. It's called MWA. I like your work. I like what you can do. Why don't you come in, try out. If you like it, you can stay, and hopefully you do stay. And if you don't, it says we'll let you go. It's fine. Nothing. I came in, did a couple promos. They put me up against Jay. I had a blast. And I stuck around, and it was just so much fun. This company, MWA, is one of the 2 companies that I deeply love. I mean, I would pour my heart out for these companies, which is MWA and EWO. Chris's work is spectacular. Jay's is absolutely fantastic. And I'm not going anywhere for a long time, you guys. You have my promises. I have your belts. I'm not going anywhere for a while. Okay. Justin asks, do I make you horny, baby? Absolutely, baby. Yes, you do. I love your voice. I love you. I would climb in bed with you anytime. Okay. Foul Maniac. Only two of the things I can think of. What's the one match type you don't want to be in? Actually, there is a match type. There's only one match I would never be in. And that match is a razor blade match. Actually, no. The one match type you don't want to be in. That's actually kind of tough. But I think, because, I'm a fighting champion and I'm literally up for anything. But I think the one match I don't want to be in is a loser leaves match. Because if I lose, like if I was to face somebody in MWA or EWO, and if I lost, my contract would be released. I think I would literally bawl. I would bust out just sobbing and crying because I have poured my heart and soul into LZW. Fucking shit, not LZW. MWA, EWO. I have poured my heart and soul into those two companies. I have gave my everything on days I was sick, days I could barely talk, days I was happy, days I was sad, days I was pissed off, days I was drunk, days I was pretty much anything. I have promoed, and every person in MWA, EWO has been a great person, a great friend, and the one match type that I would hopefully never see myself in is a loser leaves the company match. That is one I would not want to be in. That I would absolutely hate from the bottom of my heart. I would hate that match. And that's a loser leaves match. Okay. The person or persons you would make a faction with. Oh man, I was just talking about this. There's a lot of people I would want to make a faction with. Like I was saying, I want to create the Degenerate World Order in MWA or EWO. There's a lot of people I would love to make a faction with. Trey for one, Chris for two, Hell's Angel for three. I even had an idea in my head, and I know this is going to surprise you guys a lot, but I was thinking of doing a storyline with Justin's Strife Clan family. And like just, kind of having like a storyline with that. I'll get more in depth with that later with Justin because I really want to do that. Will is another person. Jay, Michael Muncy, Valmaniac, Tyler Touche, my good friend Colt Walker in EWO. Shit. There's so many people. Dave Shirai, Jeremy Brock, John Rucker, fucking oh shit, what's his name? Like I said, there's a lot more people I would love to make a faction with, and I would love to bring the Degenerate World Order to MWA or EWO. I haven't pitched the idea yet because I've been, doing a lot of stuff other than that with the singles competition and stuff like that. But I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to bring the DWO to one of the companies, and that's some of the people I would love, absolutely, positively love to make the DWO with. Okay, let's see here. Well, I'm also going to do a couple others that some people texted me. John texted, if you could make a character other than Derek, Krypt, or Annabelle, who would it be and why? That's actually an interesting question. Because I haven't thought about it. Like, I have been Derek Krypt almost my entire Ife career. And just thinking of not having Krypt or Annabelle around really kind of just leaves me with nothing. Because I have built my career on Derek and Annabelle. And, it's like It's something along the lines of, without something, I am nothing. And Derek Krypt and Annabelle Krypt are my something. And I know you guys are gonna make a joke. Fuck you. But so let's see. What else do we have here? Am I a figure? Yes, but Jay, you're the biggest figure of them all. Okay. If you... What the hell is this question? If you could go under any nickname for any company, what would it be and why? Oh, other than the Nightmare or the Badass. That's a damn good question. It's actually a damn good question because probably the Reaper, because I'm into that shit. But another one just came in from Lois. What made you pick Sting as your rep? I've always been a fan of Sting for as long as I can remember. Just the face paint, the bat, the strange gimmick, the scorpions. I just thought it was so cool, so badass, and just when he first came to the WWF, when you point the bat, not even say a word, saying "You're next, bitch." It was just so cool, and that's kind of why I picked Sting, because when he left, it was like a part of me went with it, and when he appeared in TNA, it was just like, I can't believe this is happening. This is a dream, because I've always been a fan of Sting, and it's showtime, And he was such a big inspiration for me growing up, because he was one of those guys that, kind of like me, was somebody from the bottom trying to rise up, and he did. He's the icon. He's the man known as Sting. How is your E-Fed wrestler the same as you? Basically, the way I made Derek Krypt is, I have days that don't go so well. Like, some of you may not know, but I have ADHD, and I'm dyslexic also. And it's sometimes when I'm at college, it's really hard for me to study and pay attention. And I'll get in trouble with like teachers for spacing off or doing something else, but I can't help it. And it's kind of hard trying to study and work on something when your mind goes off in another direction, And there's days, where things don't go right. I'm having a shitty day, a shitty day at school, shitty day at work. Just personal life sucks. I have a breakup, car doesn't start. I get rejected by a girl. Somebody punches me. Somebody pisses in my Cheerios, like reference speaking. And basically, with the way I've molded Derek Krypt, basically what I do is I take all of that negative shit in, and I turn it around into having Derek Krypt take in all that negative energy and put it out in a way that's so unique that literally no other person can do. Because I've seen people try that shit, and it never comes out as unique as I make it. I'm not trying to sound cocky. I'm not trying to sound like a prick. That's just me speaking. Is that, a lot of people have tried to do the same type gimmick I have done. And there goes my belt. Fuck. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Fucking hate this ceramic shit. But, basically, I took all that negative stuff and turn it around into something that I could use to benefit me. And I could basically use to benefit me, and that's with Derek Krypt's promos. The tone of voice I use, the style I use, the barbed wire bat, all that negative stuff I use in a way that makes my character that cool, that unique, that one single person that is just so unique and so well done that if like anybody tries to recreate him, we'll have a hard time doing. So that's basically how he's the same as we. That's actually how he's the same as me. I'm going to do one more question, and that is, how long do you see Derek Krypt going in eFeds? That's the final question. It's a really good question, actually. You know, a lot of people, in the years that I've been doing eFeds, you know, when they retire, guys that I've stepped in the ring with, guys that I've had personal friendships with, personal beef with, in RP, guys I've had rivalries with, I've had partnerships with, management, wrestlers, divas. In EHW, there was a woman who played my girlfriend before Annabelle was even created. She retired, and I was like, you know, that fucking sucks. But as I've said many times, for me, this is fun. This is joy, and it makes me happy to do this and meet so many cool people that have the same interests, the same interests, the same likes, same cool stuff. Skype, goddamn you. But it's just so cool, and as I've said, I'll try to hurry this up. I will keep going as long as I'm having fun. When it's no longer fun for me, when it no longer brings a smile to my face and I'm no longer having fun doing it, is the day that I will call it quits. Hope you guys enjoyed, and look forward to the next episode. See you guys later.